Alright, welcome back everybody to the Witcher 3 Let's Play. This is episode 11. I did a little bit of inventory management just to clear out some of the junk in my inventory. We are now at the Bloody Baron's castle. Yeah, you guys didn't really miss much. We're just moving about. Again, I'm currently recording this session live over at twitch.tv/Oscurus BT. So if you've left any comments in the previous two videos and I've not addressed them yet, it's because, yeah, I'm kind of doing a bulk recording right now. I'll try not to go too long with this one. I know probably the last episode's gonna be a bit longer just because of me not keeping track of my time. I need to get better at doing that. I'm so used to just kind of keeping my train of thought going. I'm so used to my train of thought just kind of like rolling about and you know, going for a few hours, so it happens.
Ooh. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey!
Enough. I don't care how you do it, but the deliveries must be weekly.
Oh, it's...
Won't you stay for tea?
No. Besides, you've another guest.
Ah, the Bloody Baron.
Look at that. Didn't even stay for tea. In spite of all that blabbering about how cultured the nation is.
It's just that blabber. I don't like the Nilfgaardians all that much.
In reality, especially the ones about foreigners.
Right you are. I know who you are. Believe I also know why you've come.
Oh, yeah?
Talk inside.
I like the knife he's got. I like the messer that he has. It's not a Kriegsmesser, which is the giant war knife, but it's that same kind of style of hilt, not hilt, but handle that I really dig.
A snifter?
No thanks.
No thanks. Didn't come here to drink.
As you will. But I'll not sit here and dry if you don't mind.
Aha.
Before there was a distillery nearby, best in Velen. But the horse songs burnt it to the ground.
You can tell, like, this guy's perpetually pretty hammered because he's got really flushed cheeks.
To the matter at hand, I'm Philip Strenger. Now the Blobtits round here call me the Bloody Baron.
Geralt of Rivia. Blobtits call me the Butcher of Blaviken.
I said already, I know who you are. Truth be told, it's the only reason we're talking. How do you like it here in Velen?
Get to the point.
Didn't come here to talk about the scenery.
You're wrong to avoid the topic. You've just arrived, plain to see. And the local swamps and bogs, they're interesting to see.
Oh yeah, very interesting. Oh yeah, gotta love swamps.
Someone loses their way around here, he becomes damn hard to find.
What are you getting at?
Many have lost loved ones here. Some their wives, others their daughters.
Is that a threat? Don't deal kindly with threats.
What's that supposed to mean? That a threat?
Aye, not as clever as I suspected you'd be. No, it's no threat. I'll spell it out for you. I know who you're looking for.
Okay.
She showed up some time ago, exhausted, wounded, and stinking like a soaked hound after a hard hunt. Later, I learned she'd come from the swamp.
Oh hey. Another series section.
Said some beasts from the woods attacked her before she could reach the village.
I've got this really nice art piece that I got from at a convention, and it's just Geralt carrying Ciri, and it's just really kind of sweet and very, very tender.
That was close. I must leave this place.
Though I do gotta say, man, Ciri is fucking hot.
She
If ow.
Please hold the YouTube comments until the end of the live
Oh my
recording
God.
session, and instead use that energy to throw coins at our Witcher Kayla.
No, wait, don't do this
Not
while I'm
only will
live.
it make
Damn
the
it,
comment
Fluffy!
responses more timely, you can enjoy the stuff being
Ow,
thrown
Fluffy,
at our
why?
current player. Like so.
God, I love how fucking Tits is broken right now. Oh my God. Ow. Damn it, Fluffy, you didn't know.
Hello there.
Ah, you fucker. Oh my God, it's not gonna stop because it's 200 fucking biddies all over my face. Ow, God, I'm gonna be bruised after this one. Oh, ow. Fluffy, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 200 biddies. I greatly appreciate it, buddy.
Does that mean you know which way to go?
Not quite.
Oh my God.
Yet. But I'm sure we'll find the way if we set off.
Oh my God, Fluffy, you're too kind for another 200 biddies.
This? It's nothing.
It's weird. It duplicated it, saying you gave 2 separate instances of 200 biddies.
How did you wind up here?
My father brought me. Told me to follow the trail of treats and eat my fill. He said he would wait. So I started
that's
down the
fucked up.
trail. Then I saw a butterfly, and I ran to catch it, and I lost my way.
Why follow the trail of treats?
Why did he have you follow the trail of treats? Do you know?
Because we had naught to break our fast with.
I don't understand.
I was naughty. Broke a jug. Spilled all our milk.
Your parents must have been angry.
Mother said I should be spanked, but father said wouldn't do no good. Too many mouths to feed anyway.
Yeah.
Sending me down the trail of treats. That would solve things.
Oh, fuck. That's weird. I never do 400, probably because that would crash everything. Well, you'd be surprised. I'm pretty sure I've been blasted in the face before with like 500 at any given time. Not all at once, anyway. Oh, God.
You and your father. When did you leave home?
This
Oh,
morning,
man.
And did the sun warm your face or your back?
It warmed my back.
So we must go east. Come. I'll walk you home. And explain to your parents that they must not lose their children in the woods.
We can't go home because of the Wolf King and his pack.
The Wolf King?
No kings among wolves.
These have one.
And you've seen him?
Yes. I mean, no. From behind a tree. He was huge, with giant eyes.
No,
and
it's probably like
red
a
hands.
warg or a werewolf or
Terribly,
something.
disgustingly horrific.
I was gonna do some side questing right now, but it turns out I got dragged into the main quest because I wanted to go somewhere that had somewhere I could dismantle all of my crap.
See what I've got on my back? Wolves fear it. Kings do too. Come. I'll help you up.
Again, I'm gonna say, like, Seer's fine. She is a killer. Oh, great. More wolves.
Wolves! Quick, hide!
Hide, little girl. Hide from the beasties. Oh, fuck me, man. As a side note, during the Biddy assaults, the connection got stuck for a second, so your model got stuck in a sideways position for a bit. Oh boy, you gotta love that. Wait, so how does the Baron know any? Oh, duh, because Siri told him. Yeah. Hey, come on, let's go. Come on, kid. We're good. Oh, wait, there's one more. Wait, how the fuck did we not? Alright, whatever.
You can come out now.
My, you're brave. My father couldn't even do that.
Oh, your father's
Fine,
kind of
do
an
it.
asshole, so.
Come.
I wonder what Siri's medallion is. Because it's not a wolf, is it a
Something
cat?
there.
Whoa.
Wait here. Don't come any closer.
But
No buts. Stay here. I must see something.
Shit, dude, that guy got fucked up.
Bloodshot, but still moist. He died recently.
I feel like a Witcher, like, I really want to play the Witcher tabletop game because I'm wondering if you can do this kind of investigative work. I mean, I feel like you could do it in D&D too, but it would be really cool to see like a TTRPG where you're kind of investigating like monsters, like you do.
Probably pierced his lungs.
Like you do in The Witcher, where you're investigating and putting pieces together. Because again, I think that would be really fun, kind of like a detective, a monster detective, like a Witcher.
that's horrible.
Stay there and look away. What's this? Marrow's missing. Interesting.
What about the belly?
Let's see. His liver's gone.
Why are you digging through his belly?
Would you mind making certain your laces are tight? The Wolf King's no fantasy, it seems. Except he's a werewolf.
Huh, interesting. Kind of a weird kind of mirror image that we got going on right now.
Had a fall.
I bet. The Wolf King got him.
When did children get so smart?
What will we do when the Wolf King finds us?
Good
We'll
question.
kick its ass. That's what we'll
No
do.
silver. But I can make a blade oil.
Oil? You mean like we make from rapeseed?
No. A far more special oil. Of dog tallow, wolf's bane, fool's parsley, and wolf's liver. The Wolf King will feel terrible, terrible pain.
Oh, you know what? That's probably why I should have made that oil for against Neelan.
Not my father. My uncle. Uncle Vesemir.
Gather Wolfsbane. All right, so.
Belly's all in blood.
Oh yeah, another dog got fucked up by a werewolf.
No
Damn.
wolves did this.
Sure as shit that these guys must have dropped something, right? All right. Well, now we need Fool's Parsley. Oh, that's that. Cool. And this is Wolfsbane. Did you know that like Wolfsbane, Nightshade, and tomatoes? I think they're all part of the same family of plants. So yeah, it's fucking tomatoes are not that far away from some of the deadliest plants. I don't see any more Fool's Parsley, however.
Wolves.
All right, well, go and hide, kid. Come on. Oh, Ciri only has a fast attack. She doesn't have a heavy attack. Interesting. Ow. There we go.
You can come out. All right.
Also, tomatoes are deadly? Well, no, but they're related to Nightshade.
In peace.
But yeah, I feel like if I remember correctly, tomatoes are related to a lot of deadly plants.
We'll see just how effective Uncle Vesemir's formulae are.
Oh, funny thing, you actually should keep your sword decently oiled after you've like finished sharpening it and everything, because it's actually really handy to keep a sword
Pathings?
oiled in order to keep it from rusting.
This way, through the cave.
You lead.
Through the cave, really? Jeez.
dark.
Afraid?
Are you?
No.
Then I'm not either.
You're a brave kid. Brave little punk.
What?
The Wolf King, now do you believe me?
Dancer 88, fuck yeah. Congrats, Kia. Yeah, I'm bad at whistling. Go, Siri, go! Kick its ass! Yeah, good job, Siri.
Boy, you really give him a drubbing. Never seen anything like it.
Girl, you can come out now. Come on.
That was kind of creepy, though. She kind of coming out like that. Found a corpse in the wood.
You're lucky we came this way. Found someone far less fortunate in the forest.
But yeah, Kia, congrats on the... you're almost there. 2 more levels, and then you're done.
Returning from Midcops when the brute attacked. I managed to flee, but Yaren,
The little one. No details.
Alright, we gotta get to the
Had
village.
bandages at home. Some spirit. He laid a claw or 2 on me, unfortunately.
I've naught, miss, but my lord, he's a powerful man. He's sure to help you. Might even reward you for cutting the werewolf down.
Very well. Lead us to your lord.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, so wait, wonder what happened to the kid after this then.
Just who do you think you brought me, man? That's not me daughter.
And the little one?
Neither, damn it! I think I'd know my own child.
Well, might not be yours, the older one, but you've got to admit the likeness. That's downright striking. So,
Wait a minute, what?
plans for that reward?
You'll not see one fucking copper. Get out before I set my hounds on you.
I like how she's still eating with fucking bloody gloves,
So,
though.
Stew any good?
Very. Thank you. I'd not eaten in...
Clear to see. I'm pleased you like it. Had them prepare a bath for you once you've eaten, and you could do with some sleep. Gretka in the nook behind the hearth. You in the guest room opposite the kitchen.
Thank you.
Eat now. We'll speak once you've rested.
God, Siri's so pretty. I'm a sucker for people with colored eyes.
So I meant to
I wish
watch
I wish I was one of the
And
I wish I was one of the lucky fuckers that,
a topic
hey,
for another
even though
time.
both my parents,
I'ma
well,
eat that
funnily
cheese.
enough, one of my parents does have colored eyes. I'm gonna eat that cheese. I'm a big sucker for colored eyes, and I wish I was one of the lucky ones where it's like, where with one of my parents having colored eyes, I wish I would have gotten them too, but I wasn't lucky enough.
the little girl who showed up here with Ciri, what happened to her?
Gretka. She's safe and sound. Helps out in the kitchen. Ciri told me of the girl's parents, what they decided. So I decided not to send the lass home. She's fed here. A roof over a warm corner she calls her own. She wants for nothing.
What happened to Ciri?
I've told you already. A topic for another time.
All right, talk.
No, a topic for now. Talk.
That sharpness. What's your tone, Witcher?
Oh wait, did it not go
We
through?
wish to
Did
come to
Bikubot
an
not work?
agreement, do we not?
Yeah, I got brown eyes, so it just adds to me being unremarkable. Same. Very much same on my end. I know for like most people, it doesn't really matter whether or not, like if you got colored eyes or not.
I need to find her. Understand? I need every last bit of information available.
I understand. But you see, it so happens my wife and daughter are missing as well.
Oh,
I propose an exchange. Find my loved ones, and I shall tell you about the girl you seek.
Oh boy, yeah, got a tit for tat type of situation.
Trust you. What guarantees do I have?
None whatsoever. Only my word.
All right, fine, deal.
Fine, I'll help you. I'll find your family, but then you'll give me every bit of information you have.
You have my word.
Hmm.
Guard! This man's under my protection. No one's to bother him in any way.
But yeah,
Don't stare.
this
at
is
my grown
this is
horse.
about
Treat it
like
as
episode
you
11
my good
on
friend.
this
When do you see
playthrough.
them last?
They vanished after the new
So we're
moon
already
was
pretty deep into this Let's Play. I don't know how long it's
What
gonna
do you mean,
go
vanished?
for,
Precisely.
because Witcher 3 is a really long game.
Like one morn to find them gone.
What do they look like?
Can't start searching till I know what they look like.
Tamara, my daughter, turned 19 in the spring. Slender lass, about yay tall, comes up to my shoulders. Beautiful eyes, green like her mother's. My wife, Anna, has 20 winters behind her, though she'd never admit it. Dark hair, thick as tar, keeps it tied up in a bun.
Wait a minute, 20 winters? 20 winters, that would make her, what, 20? No. No, because her daughter's 19, so what, she would be 40? Surprisingly, they're, these people are pretty old for medieval times.
You try to search for them?
Sent men out right away.
Though, funnily enough, actually, if you make it through your 30s, I believe,
Finding a living person.
in medieval times, you were very likely to make it
Besides,
through to your
Swamp
60s and your
marshy
70s.
woodland. Plenty of hard to find nooks. If you're looking to hide someone, this is the place.
That's actually one of those things that a lot of people, there's a lot of like misinformation about the life of people in like medieval times and like early Renaissance and all that. Funnily enough, for most people, so you know how like the common conception is people married young, had kids really young, or like, older men would marry younger women. That was actually more often the case for nobility, I believe. But if you're, a regular folk, if you're like just a regular person, more often than not, you married within your age. You might have married early, but you didn't have kids super early. Only once could you like a little bit older could you start having kids, basically. It's one of those like weird misconceptions that a lot of people have about that. History lessons from a Demon King? Yeah, basically. Here's the thing, I could run a history classroom, I could run an ethics classroom, I could run any kind of classroom just because I love talking about this kinds of stuff. Now, obviously, like the biggest mortal killer from women, it's actually why women often died younger than, I think the average lifespan for women was a lot lower than it was for men, if I remember correctly, because it's once you start having kids, that's where the danger is, because it's like if there's any sort of complications with birth, more often than not, both the mom and the child would pass away. War, don't get me wrong, was a big killer of guys, of men, but men often lived a much longer than women did once you make it past 20 and 30, I believe. Your 20s and your 30s were probably the times in your life that would probably kill you the most. But yeah, that's a really funny thing. But yeah, I could run I wouldn't mind running a classroom. I wouldn't mind actually being a teacher if America actually gave a shit about its education system. But hey, what can you do?
Happened before they disappeared? They act differently, do anything strange?
Unusual? No. Well, not long ago, peasants came to complain that a beast had ravaged.
Oh, that's a
the
good idea, Wise. That's a really good idea.
Common occurrences.
Oh, I gotta write that down.
Anna, quiet as a mouse as ever, and Tamara, occupied with her things.
Let me make a note of that in the Discord, actually.
I'll need to know a lot more than that. Can I see their rooms?
What for?
I need clues. Anything to latch onto.
I'll not let a stranger pore through their belongings.
Want me to find them or not?
I do.
But yeah,
Let me work.
I will definitely put that in as a subathon goal. I'll make it reasonable, obviously,
Doors are locked.
but that would be a very fun subathon goal. Maybe like have a different type of like classroom stream at like a different goal level.
Babe, my daughter loved animals. Sort of
So it's like, hey, have the
Haven't got a clue.
Papa, is that deer's wump on the other side?
have a like law class, have a history class,
What's a
stuff like that.
trophy? I pity any bastard who's hurt her. I'll flay him alive. Here it is. Damn it. Jammed again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought your daughter and
Tomatoes
wife were missing.
Try not to make a mess. For their return, I want everything to be as
Wooden
they
candlestick. Stem's broken.
All right. But yeah, I think that would be a fun way to kind of like expand on that as a goal, is like, hey, have like different sets of classes for people.
Fresh flowers. He expects them to return any minute. Takes hope.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Walls a different color. Something used to hang here. That painting? Right size.
What painting? Oh, this painting.
The Baron and his wife. Look happy enough.
I like the imitation of this style of this.
What's this?
Oh shit!
Gotta wonder who wanted to hide the hole. And what's on the other side.
What is that? Oh, did they break through the?
It gets interesting. Piece of wood looks like the stem
Huh,
of that
interesting.
candlestick.
So today's class, we're going to talk about Cthulhu. That's another thing I wanted to do. I wanted to do a sort of a Lovecraft appreciation week, I guess, or like a cosmic horror appreciation week. I don't know how you would phrase it.
Hit with a heavy object.
But that's another thing I wanted to do, is like I've got a lot of projects in mind and a lot of different ways I would want to take stuff, because I do kind of pride myself on at least wanting to be more of an educator and having a passion for learning. So it's one of those things that, like, talking about, like, examining Lovecraftian
and wine stains.
horror, and examining what does it well. Do people do it better than Lovecraft now, and things like that. There's a lot to like my content I really wish I could do more of, because I just have a passion for talking about like the deeper
And an old key. Wonder what it unlocks.
talking about stuff that, you know, I feel like maybe
Sandalwood.
education wise people might be interested in. I don't know. I feel like education really kind of like zaps out a lot of what makes it really saps a lot of what makes learning stuff fun, because you kind of learn the same thing over and over again. Because do you guys remember like how back in the day when going to school and all that,
Nail breaks off. Spruce wood. Smells of juniper incense. Some sort of folk talisman. Protective. Question is,
when going through school, like there was often like parts where it's like, hey, we're supposed to learn about this. Didn't you guys learn about this last year and all this other kinds of stuff? And so you'd have to like take the time to like basically relearn the stuff you learned from last year, because, well, you didn't get as far as you needed to the year before. And so you often, like, stuff is so rushed back in school, that you often don't really get to experience the true like the full extent of the material you're supposed to cover. And that's the one thing like I find really sucks.
so the eternal fires made it to Velen.
because education has to go at the pace of everyone in the classroom, or of the slowest member of the classroom. It often puts other people basically to sleep, because it's like, well, why are we learning this again, or why are we covering this again if we were supposed to, or if I learned it already? Like the American Revolution, you go over the American Revolution so much, and then you don't even cover like the really cool stuff about the American Revolution. You just kind of cover about the general gist of what happened. You don't really learn like the implications of everything. You just kind of learn, oh yeah, we kind of did things like this. We kind of did things like that. It's really, really dumb. And because the school systems are like so controlled by private institutions as well, it's like you can't even teach things without like the parents getting up in arms about it, which is ridiculous. Like I can easily go on a rant on like how bad the education system is from like multiple different perspectives. On the student side, like I'm gonna give students this. I'm gonna give students shit for this. Modern students, anyway. Like, I totally understand lashing out and not being happy with school. Totally get it. But students nowadays just kind of like, they basically match the feeling of the school puts towards them. School doesn't give a shit about kids, so kids don't give a shit about school. And that is reflected onto teachers, because you can have a good teacher, but if you put a good teacher in front of a bunch of bad kids, that good teacher's gonna quit eventually. Now, to turn that into another thing, teachers. I feel like a lot of teachers have a big thing about because teaching requirements have gone down so much. There's this dichotomy of teachers that are underqualified and teaching. There are teachers that are qualified and teaching, teachers that are qualified but not teaching, and teachers that are underqualified but are teaching well, but are kind of being disparaged between, the other groups and administrations. And I feel like, though I do feel like for the most part, teachers are kind of like the victims of the education system as well as kids. But like, it's just one of those things. It's like, we don't give our teachers the tools to teach kids. And then parents and administration are probably the two biggest groups that I would give the most shit to in the American education system, because parents are so afraid of their kids actually learning stuff that, they basically neuter education because they want to keep their kids safe, or they don't want their kids to like question them and question their and ideas that they grew up with and all this other kinds of stuff. And then the administration, which is kind of like / like school administration, and then the government, because the government is like basically paid to promote whatever propaganda they want to promote and all that other types of stuff. It goes down to like the school boards and administration. Like I am willing to bet that there are some administrators out there that actually do give a shit about the schools that they run. I feel like the majority of them kind of don't give a shit though. Schools, to them, to administrators, and to the government, is all about making money while keeping it as cheap as possible. I've known way too many principals that have just not given a shit about their students and about their kids. And that's why I feel like the government and school boards and all that kind of stuff is like the most terrible thing that can basically gut an entire education system. Now, mind you, I don't think education should be private though. Just gonna make that perfectly fucking clear.
Anything about that?
A fight? What are you talking about?
Someone was attacked. Probably your wife.
I definitely feel like education shouldn't be it should, like, I feel like a lot of things we should have like nationalized education requirements, kind of, but not in the vein of like No Kids Left Behind, because No Child Left Behind was total ass. Me and so many other kids now, and young adults and kids nowadays are going through that bullshit of like No Child Left Behind. No Child Left Behind did so much bad to the American education system. But I feel like what we need though is we need to reformulate how we run schools nowadays, because we can't just have we can't have all these standardized tests. Standardized tests are terrible. I feel like students need to be able to have more of a choice as to what they want to do. We can't keep pushing college. Like, funnily enough, we got into a big argument in my law office, and well, not really an argument, but a debate. I'll say debate because it was just kind of one of those reasonable kind of arguments, where we were talking about like how the attorneys would want their kids to go to college and all that kind of stuff. And I told them, like, why put your kid through college if they don't want to go off to college though? Because it's like, well, like in college you learn so many like you learn about all these different perspectives and stuff, but it's like college isn't for everyone, and you can't make your kid want to go to college. You can't make your kid like college.
Want to have a chat with this Peller.
I feel like the attorneys are kind of like, they come from a very privileged perspective. Now because they kind of come from more of now, and they're not like rich people attorneys or anything like that. It's like they had to pay their way through school. You know, one of them is like his family's from Pakistan, and the other attorney, you know, I don't know too much about like her life story. I just know, like, you know, she grew up like middle class, from what I understand, and all that kind of stuff. But like not like upper middle class, but just kind of like general middle class and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I feel like even me as kind of like a bougie person, I feel like college is not the answer for everybody. Like college should not be this thing everyone should strive to do. College is always going to be there. Like if you want to go to college, you can go to college, but you don't have to go to college. That's one of those things. It's like, you can make a career by not going. Like I definitely feel like when people say they want like their kids to go to college and all that kind of stuff, it just comes off as like a very kind of overtly privileged kind of mindset that they have, because they think like college is going to magically put people in a better place, basically.
The Natural Obscurity of Curses by Lydia Van Bredevoort. Where'd Siri get this?
Which is not the case. College is not just going to magically turn your kid into whatever idea you have for them is going to be. I feel like college is like a really good way to expose people to new ideas and all that kind of stuff. But college can equally be a echo chamber, because academia, I've come to understand, is very kind of up their own ass. I feel like a lot of things are up their own ass. But this is coming from someone who also has their head up their own ass. Academia is just one of those things that can be very pretentious and very much like, if you don't think the way I think, it's, you know, you're wrong type of idea. Like I feel like that kind of mindset is exasperated in academia, at least the way I feel it. Yeah, it takes one to know one. Exactly. Yes. Like when I read pretentious asshole, it's because I am a pretentious asshole. I am a bougie asshole, but I know the faults in being a bougie asshole. Because I feel like academia should be open to everybody. Like everybody should be like some kind of academic in their own right. You don't need a college degree to be an academic. You can be a self-taught academic. And hell, you don't even need to be an academic if you don't want to be an academic. If learning about some really esoteric shit isn't up your alley, it's not up your alley. Fine, yeah. But I feel like people should at least be well read enough to the point where they're like, they can make that decision for themselves and have that kind of freedom to like explore their ideas, and their ideas shouldn't be shut down just because other people have their heads up their asses. That's just the way I feel. Find the Peller's hut. We're gonna go find that, and then we're gonna we'll stop right in front of it, and then we'll call it a session here. But this just gives me more time to rant about like just kind of like how I think things should kind of be. What the hell? What the hell? I'm stuck. Open the door and let me out. There we go. But yeah, like one thing I know that would like get me fucking slaughtered in academia is the fact that I use so many filler words. I use like, I use a lot because it all takes a moment for my brain to process what I'm trying to say, basically. And again, I'm very much a self-taught academic, I guess, because a lot of my appreciation for reading and stuff like that didn't come from college. It didn't come from, it came from a place of spite more than anything. I became such a thorough reader because of my my attempts to not let my dyslexia affect my school life. I made an attempt to read more. I made an attempt to be better. Alrighty then. I made attempts to like better myself because I didn't want to be held back by my inability to read, and to show people, hey, I can actually read. Fuck you guys. At my school. Ultimately, like it worked out in the end. I think what college really gave me at the end of the day was college gave me an appreciation for other ideas, even though college has a propensity of kind of doing the opposite, but for other ideas and other cultures too. Because I met so many different types of people in college, as opposed to like if I had just stayed at home or if I had done anything else. I met so many people through college, so many different types of people too.
Got dibs on a chat with him. A long one.
You need to leave.
I think you need to leave now.
Do we?
You do.
Get out of here, all you.
Let's go then.
I love solving my problems with magic and not violence. Alright.
Gotta wonder about a man who could get Edric's friends all worked up.
Alright, so let's go ahead and leave it here then. Sorry for the very long rant. This is another episode that kind of ran longer than I intended for it to. I like talking about stuff that I'm passionate about, obviously. And academia and learning and education is one of those that I kind of wish I had taken more seriously as a passion of mine. I probably could have done something a little bit more productive than being a glorified secretary at a legal defense firm, but whatever. Like, I made the decision to go into criminal justice. Oh boy. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and leave the YouTubes for here. I will be back with another episode of The Witcher 3 Let's Play. This is the end of this recording session on Twitch, but I will probably do another traditional live commentary recording session another day. This playthrough is going to be kind of a mix of traditional live commentary and then live stream commentary, but I also might throw in post commentary if I just don't have the energy to record an audio track for it. So we'll figure out something about maybe trying a post commentary track for The Witcher at some point. But yeah, other than that, YouTube people, you have a wonderful time. I will see you guys later. Have a good one, and see you all later. Buenas noches y hasta luego.